Greetings, everyone. This is the Hipster Snek, and today we are trying out the demo for Over the Hill. I found this on Steam, it looked interesting, and we're going to give it a go. Oh, okay. Howdy, here to get your driving license. No hurry, start by looking around you a little. Okay. Okay. Zoom in, zoom out, makes sense. Seems good. Beautiful, isn't it? Now let's move. There's much to explore. Release the handbrake and maneuver to reach the road. Release handbrake. Accelerate, brake, or reverse. Why is there a building just like half submerged in the water? What happened here? I feel like I have a right to know that. Whoa. Okay. Driving in real life, driving the game are not the same thing. Automatic transmission allows for a really calm and meditative ride. If you're feeling being more in control, you can switch to manual transmission in the control settings. I can't do automatic. Like I can't do manual transmission, thanks. Every car I've ever owned has been an automatic, and everyone who drives a manual is super smug about it, so I refuse on principle at this point. Oh my gosh, this is wild. I actually feel like maybe this is one of those rare instances where I do a better job in real life. Driving in games is always so awkward because you can't really simulate it with a controller or keyboard. Alright, Crow, get out of the road. It's an approach nice and slow. There we go. Is that water? What am I looking at? This looks potentially dangerous. Oh well, let's give it a go. Beast. Rough terrain or uphill use low range to gain more traction. Regular terrain is a high range or even speed. Choose your routes carefully and be mindful not to get stuck somewhere. Which is a driver's worst nightmare, honestly. Next. Okay. Yeah, I thought that looked weird. I hate this. Oh, I hate this. I should not have gone this way. I immediately regret going this direction. If you're getting stuck, look around to find something to attach the winch to. The tree is perfect, the object to latch onto. So one closest to the center of the camera. Alright. Ah, okay, cool. Release. And I'm stuck. There we go. If I do this... Okay. This is why I do not go off-roading. Need more control when using the winch. For these situations, there's a manual winch. Open the radial. What? Hang on. Oh. So, this one? You can choose the attachment point. Oh, I can do it front or back of the car. And then... Oh, is that way if I need to be really specific? Okay, release. Release. I hit the wrong button there. I do not go off-roading. I do not care to have my car damaged. Cars are depreciating assets. You only lose money on them. The radial menu, you can find some tools to help you during exploration, as well as the cassette player, the safari camera, and the compendium to make your journeys unforgettable. Discover them. Okay, good assist. This is like an inventory. This is the winch, camera, bald eagle, beaver, black bear, common, raven. Oh, okay. That's neat. This is a map. Yeah, I just got started, and I'm already causing all sorts of problems for myself. And the cassette. Happy enchilada? I can't argue with happy enchilada. Can I just smash this? What do I do? Point of interest. Abandoned crate. New cosmetic, the antenna. So I can customize my car. Alright. If your vehicle struggles on slopes, engage low range to gain more traction. I'm in low range! I've been in low range because everything here hates me. Like, everything here is just mud. All I want in life is to get out of the mud and onto something more concrete. Not literally concrete, but I mean more solid. Feels like my wish is about to be granted. Okay. Wait, I forgot what button it is. Oh, okay, there we go. How did I literally get stuck? I didn't do anything yet. I stopped moving. That was my mistake. Sure, why not? Anything to get me moving again, please. Come on, I'm literally sitting in the grass. I should be out of here by now. Are you kidding me? I accidentally put the... I'm gonna pretend I didn't just do that. I'm gonna continue my journey. Put the stupid handbrake on. I am so stupid. Tutorial's over. You can choose from the main menu which region you want to start your adventures from. Remember that every area adds a passage leading to a completely new and unexplored area. Find it. Don't rush. The important thing is not the destination, but the journey. You now know everything you need to live this adventure. Discover the rest on your own. Safe travels. Okay. As long as I'm not an unobservant idiot, I think we'll have lots of fun. The problem is, this is me we're talking about, so I can't guarantee that, because I have the IQ of a sea sponge. Merchant. Crazy Gunther? Howdy. I can feel ourselves bonding already. What can I do for you? I don't know. What can you do for me? Woodman, Trail Burner, Woodman, Grand Woodman. Bull, Protector, Roamer, Sentinel. It even has what country they're from. That's detail. Marshal, Overlord, Rustox, Burrow, Blastwagon, War, Buzzwagon, Tools, Portable Winch, Camp Tool. Campers grouped up. Place a campsite. Time passes extremely quick, allowing you to possibly skip unfavorable weather or lighting conditions. Cloud Clearing Bell. I can find meteorites that I'm upside down. How much money? I have 25 currencies, looks like. And they should use engine performance to the next level at stage 2. That seems like the correct thing, given the day I'm having. Let's do that. See you around. Dude abides. Turn off the stupid handbrake this time. You know, so make the car smell funny lever. Yeah, let's try to... Alright, let's slow down a little bit. Let's not get too carried away. Do I ford the river at great cost to self and anyone else who might have the misfortune of being with me? Or do I take the land... You know what? Let's cross the river. Let's do the dumb thing. This is objectively the incorrect choice, and ergo the one that I, as the gamer, must make. I cannot believe I pulled that off. I genuinely thought that was going to go horribly, horribly wrong. Alright, let's ease up. Oh, that complicates my journey a bit. Can I power through it, you think? Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, that would have torn up my suspension. It's actually interesting because the throttle switches, the triggers are pressure sensitive in this game, meaning I can feed a little bit of gas at a time without having to go full blast. But it actually gives me some control over the situation. You know, when I don't have my handbrake on, I can actually kind of figure out what I'm doing. Alright, what's the deal with this? So I think one of the things I have is a camera? Burb. Zoom in, burb. I wish to see burb. Common raven. So, alright, that is apparently what I'm supposed to do. Handbrake on? Cabin. Clearwater Lake Cabin. Okay. Yeah, let's check the map real quick. This is actually going to double me back on the way I went before. So I should actually turn around. This is, nah, it's fine. Cars definitely operate at their best when they are... okay, that was literally the opposite of what I was trying to do, but you know what? Let's just drive backwards for a minute. It's fine. It says there should be a path this way. Yep. See, I would not be comfortable driving this. This is outside what I'm used to. But if someone else was driving and I was on a guided tour, I think this would be immensely fun. I think this would be extremely cool. Actually, I did a game like this not too long ago. It was more of a survival camping game, where this one seems more exclusively focused on the exploration elements. I don't think there's even a mechanic to get out of the car, near as I can tell. But I gotta say, I'm digging it. Thankfully, I'm actually kind of pointed in the correct direction this time, so I may actually do this correctly the first try. And all four wheels are still on the ground. So we now are in a situation where everything is mud, so I'm going to switch to low gear and try to be careful. When the rain lets up, this should get easier. Okay, what's your deal? I saw a stack of stones like this earlier. Is this a point of interest? Okay, can I zoom out? Yes. Zoom out. Is that not a thing? Guess not. Guess we can head north from here. Parking brake. Yep, look for that icon. Let's try so your car doesn't start rolling backwards if you end up stopping on a hill. What is that? Oh, this is a broken tree. It looks like a sign or something at first? I don't know. Gotta say, I'm digging the ambiance. This is relaxing. This is the game I needed after all those bad demos. I had like 3 in a row that were absolute stinkers. I don't know if you guys want to see those or not. Cabin. The Peatland Lodge. While we're here, there's a point of interest both to the left and to the right. To the right. Yeah, why don't we check that out real quick. Camera's a little floaty, but that's really my only complaint. Now that I figured out what I was doing wrong with the whole handbrake thing. See, I'd be terrified out of my mind driving in these kinds of conditions. This one time, I was going to go to this safari thing. It was a few hours outside of town. And it was thunderstorming. And everything was mud. And it was super off the beaten path. Like, it was out in the sticks. Like, even by out in the sticks standard, it was out in the sticks. It's over to my right. How? I don't see a way of getting there. Yeah, now I actually do want the parking brake for a second. Yeah, I don't see a way of getting there. Do I just have to off-road it? Is that a good idea? For me, I don't think it's a good idea. So we're going up this hill and maybe we can see it from up above? So yeah, I drive out into the sticks. thunderstorming. And it's this, like, little privately owned ranch that's doing these safari tours. And it takes, like, an uncomfortably long time to even get there. Once I was off the road, my GPS is like, I don't know what you're doing. It looks like you're off-roading as far as I'm concerned. And I'm like, great. Awesome. That way, no one can document my location when I go missing. And I get there, and it's super flooded out. And the guy's like, oh, your car's not really made for these conditions. And I'm like, yeah, no kidding. I didn't think I'd have to off-road. And this is not going well, is it? I'm like 90 degrees, so that's great. Let's try approaching more to the left. Sounds vaguely East Asian. Whoa! Okay, you know what? This is a bad idea. Let's not do this. This is a silly place. Let us not go there. So the dude's just like, oh, by the way, the tour is flooded out. Our Jeep can't drive in this. And, if you want, you can do the on-foot tour. And I was like, in a thunderstorm? In the mud? Are you guys, like, secretly Wendigos and you're just trying to get me out of my car? Like, it was super uncomfortable. I left. I was like, nope, not worth it. I'm not gonna get baited out of my car by skinwalkers. Sorry, I'm not gonna let it happen. I've seen enough horror movies to know when is a good idea to cut your losses. I gotta give them credit. Like, they did a lot of detail in this to simulate the angle of your vehicle and what you can and can't handle. And, like, so, like, there are all these upgrades and stuff, so, like, obviously, you'll be, like, earning currency, presumably by going to points of interest. And then, like, you upgrade your vehicle can do more things, you can see more things, get more things. It's very intuitive. I like this. This is indeed what the children of youth call a cozy game. So let's go this way to the water's edge. There's a point of interest over here instead. Yeah, no, like, I'm genuinely impressed. Like, obviously, there's a little bit of cartoon physics happening here. There's a few things that probably should have totaled this car already. Just because I'm incompetent. But, like, it's really interesting, though, right? Because, like, this is just a game where you explore. And there doesn't seem to be, like, a hard end goal in mind. And they said something about multiplayer. So, like, you could form, like, a caravan or, like, explore the map together as a team. There's a lot you could do with that. I think it's a fascinating idea. And the fact that games, like, allow for that kind of gameplay convention is really cool. I don't think Little Snek would have believed you. Are they in trouble? Use the wire winch. Are they... Oh, they must be stuck. Okay, hang on. Oh, is this a left turns left? No, okay. That's not how that works. So, do I need to, like, take them back to the cabin? Or is that already, like, mission completed? Maybe I'll take them back to the cabin? This isn't the best way of going about this. Whoops. You're good. You got it from here, right, champ? Just remember to mind the parking brake. That was a mistake I made. So, good luck. You should be good now. Well, I rescued either some guy or at least some guy's car. So, like, hey, that's cool. Yeah, recovery, so that means I cleared it. The icon actually did move. Peatwood Lodge. Am I supposed to take it to the lodge? No, I'm not unsure of myself. You know what I'll do? Let's back up. And I'll grapple them in a way that I can pull forward. come on, I didn't get that far from it, did I? I just started driving when I checked the map. Oh, they're gone. Oh. Because they're back in again. Whoops! I think that means I didn't complete the mission. Alright, going backwards. Focus. Okay, I'm gonna back up to it this time. Throw the handbrake on. Manual winch from the back. Okay, I'm not close enough then. Back up a tiny bit more. And stop. Back the car to the back of their car. Now, I can drive forwards. I thought just pulling him out of the water might be enough, but it seems like it really does want me to take him back to the cabin. So this should be a smarter way of doing what I did, instead of doing what I did. I mean, it's rainy out, there's a big lake, a guy might be inexperienced, or he might be someone who is experienced who simply got cocky. A lot of experts are the ones who make mistakes in these situations because they assume they know what they're doing, and then they get overconfident, and then something slips their notice, and the next thing you know, they're halfway in the lake. A lot of these horrors and caving video, they'll talk about, like, oh, Jim, trapped in a cave, was an expert caver who, up to this point, had never made a caving mistake in his life. And then it all came tumbling down when he went to, you know, the Devil's Porta Potty, a cave in the middle of nowhere, New Mexico. And it all came crashing down, and then the cave was full of spiders. The spiders had little flamethrowers. Bro, come on. Work with me here. Yes, there is actually a goal marker now. And bro is getting caught, so I'm getting caught. I think I can only extend one wire winch at a time, I think. Great, pulling is like pulling me to him rather than the other way around. This is just what I need. This is some crab bucket mentality here, my dude. I need you to get with it. Of course, it would help a lot if the rain would let up. It's been raining on me, like, all day and all night. And of course, like, this is how I start my adventure, is by getting stuck, because this dude gets stuck. I'm getting a little bit more traction over here, but, like, not much. Bro, you're killing me. Good, so I'm gonna use the rock to my advantage. Nope, the rock is slippery. Bro, come on. I understand that there's physics at play, but, like, if this dude, like, can you put the smallest bit of torque on his engine, we could get that whole thing moving again. You are killing me here, man. I have to play this footage sped up with yakety sax playing over it. Either the sun's coming up or the rain is stopping. One or the other is happening right now. Couldn't have happened a moment sooner, right? Okay, I'm finally getting a little traction again, which means I can get this guy out of here. Look, I'm gonna hit some rocks, so your car's gonna hit some rocks, okay? You're just gonna have to deal. All this because I wanted to help someone. I was gonna take a picture of the deer, but you know what? I think the die is cast. Actually, the deer's not all that worried, near as I can tell. Woo! Alright. We saved a guy. Go team. Alright, deer. Hold still. Mule deer. New cosmetic cockroach. Alright, bro is saved now. Now we can continue northeast or northwest. Either seems to get me somewhere. Wait, did I read that right? I think if I pull forward, there's another road. Yep, okay, I see it. So now maybe I can, whoops, put it into high gear a little. The irony is I'm damaging my car while I'm in the area that's supposed to heal my car. Oh wait, this is where I was going before, wasn't it? I could go back and try the other trail. Oh, good. Good. Alright. I'm not asking to make the car invincible, I'm just saying I'm taking a lot of stupid, unnecessary damage for stupid, unnecessary reasons. And I will tell you guys a fun story. Not too long ago, let's bring you into the mud again. Not too long ago, I went on a trip back to where I grew up. And I got a chance to go through some of Appalachia. And let me tell you, Appalachia in the fall is beautiful, absolutely stunning, breathtaking experience, really. And we got to see some of the national parks there, and this absolutely gorgeous. If you're ever in the area, you owe it to yourselves to go check it out. Now, the fun thing did happen is while I was out in the mountains, a few people tried to call my phone, and my phone did not, in fact, alert me to the fact that I was not getting signal because I was in the mountains of Appalachia. It's like a lot of people were like freaking out apparently, and I didn't know about it till well after the fact, and I was like, hey, yeah, no, I'm good, I'm safe, everything's good. This way. I was about to say, as long as it's not pulling Bro out of another lake, but it's like, honestly, at this point, that'd probably be way easier, because I would actually, like, have a dry conditions with which to do it. Abandoned crate. Well, isn't that just great? So what did I get? Unlocked beacons. Amber. Alright. Yeah, no, like, I actually, I don't get the opportunity to do it very often, because in Snekberg we are very close to the surface of the sun. So it is unbelievably hot all year round. It basically never cools off. So I hate going outside here. But all factors being equal, I love nature. I love parks. I love walking around in nature. I love seeing. I just love everything about it. Like my family has always instilled in me a love of animals, and I'm gonna put this in low because like high, I'm beating the snot out of my car, and I don't love that. This is the game I needed today. This is what I needed. It's a chance to actually relax. I played one of those game restoration games that are now becoming like their own subgenre, and like it kept doing things that were irritating me, and it's like it's supposed to be this cozy game, but it wasn't very good. I played this horror game that was super buggy, and I kept like glitching in and out of areas. Oh no, that bridge can stay over there far away from me. I'm not going that way. Jeez. We'll go this way. This way is better. And yeah, this is good. This is a cozy game. This is how a cozy game should be like. Like even when I was getting a little frustrated, like with the rescue mission, like even then it wasn't that bad. It felt like I still had options available to me, and there's still upgrades and stuff I don't have. So this will only get simpler as time goes on. I don't even need to worry about gas. Isn't that the best part? What is that? Is that just a rock? I guess that's just a rock. Alright, got another abandoned crate situation. I will say, like, one of my biggest phobias as a... Oh my gosh, that's like a plane crash. What the heck? Okay, what do I get for this one? Ladder. That's different. I can try to ford that river, or I can go back, start heading back over here. The path trails off here, which means I think I have to approach it from this side. How adventurous you guys feeling? you guys want to tackle this? All right, let's give it a shot. I'll probably end up totaling my car, but you know what? No one can say I didn't give it a stab, right? It's also what I say before I play, you know, Surgeon Simulator. Yeah, like, the fact that it was, raining on a hill and at night, I think made that rescue much harder than it needed to be. I think if I'd gotten there either like right before or right after, it would have been like way easier. See, like, one of my biggest fears as someone who drives under normal circumstances is my car getting stuck. Like, I don't even really like going over like manholes or sewer grates because I can just see in my mind's eye. Okay. Here we go. I can see in my mind's eye something going wrong. At the very last second, it almost did. I can see something going wrong, and like the whole tire getting stuck, you know? And like that is one of the scariest things for me, because first off, it can cause huge damage. Modern cars are not that good. They're plastic, and plastic breaks. So this is why, like, auto accidents are so much more deadly than they used to be, is because plastic splits, metal bends. And now we have these regulations where the car has to make certain gas mileage. Well, the combustion engine hasn't fundamentally changed since we discovered it. It still puts out about the same level of power. So, like, all you can do is lighten the load. How do you do that? You replace metal with plastic. You make the cars less safe. This is getting real narrow. And with the cars being less safe, more people die. And then you have the frickin' federal government getting involved in the used car market, making it impossible, or very close to, by ruining the secondhand market, artificially inflating prices, and making cars more expensive, just in time for the federal government to own a portion of GM. What are the odds? You know, it's almost like it was deliberate or something. Bull bar, type 1. Okay. You kind of feel like you should have one of those on here, because, like, I'm driving, so this place is, you know, just kind of hosed as principal. You know what, let's go the scenic route. We're gonna go around here. I want to see like, if there's anything happening over here. And it is dark. It is very... Oh, wow. That is some draw distance. That looks like places I can actually go. That's crazy. This map is huge. If this is just a demo, this is a very aggressive demo. Okay, we're on the right track. I'm gonna risk it. Do I have headlights? It seems like it never goes, like, completely pitch black, but, like... You know... I don't want to have to sit in a hole and playing Minecraft without a bed. You know. It's like, you know, if Y is the winch and X is to change gears, then... Like, is there something I can do for lights? What about the bumpers? The bumpers do anything? No. Okay, just checking. I mean, because that's sort of the fun of these exploration games, right? Like, I'm not on a mission. I'm not looking for anything in particular. I'm just looking at what is here, right? See, like, I have a beef with open world games because it honestly feels like it's the same game, just less curated. So they just put things further away. So if I turn right here, whoops, and, you know, don't drive into a tree like an idiot. So, like, open world game design, largely inspired by Breath of the Wild and other games. I mean, open world games are not new, but Breath of the Wild definitely changed the industry's relationship with them, and I would argue for the worst. Like, you now just have a situation where everything is a million miles away. The only game, paradoxically, that did the design remotely well was Sonic Frontiers, and that's because Sonic can get from one end of the island to the other in about 5 minutes. Because you're playing a character who's fast, but all these games want to slow you down with stamina bars. Because one, that's what Breath of the Wild did, and two, it makes sure that you clear the Steam 2-hour refund window. Nope, game was being honest, there is literally nothing here. And I don't think I have a way of fording the river, so I can't even check the shop while I'm here. And I'm rolling forward a little bit, so let's, it's the opposite, so I need to do like this. Okay, I just wanted to see, really. That's the difference in an exploration game and an open world game. Is the open world game is, well, there's just more space between you and your destination. Actually, let's I have a minute. Let's talk about Sonic Frontiers. I only did the first island for the sake of the Let's Play. I didn't want to do the entire game, so I wanted to play the game for my sake. But, like, give someone, like, a taste up to the first boss of what the game is like. And honestly, I liked it. It's a situation where no one, in a vacuum, no one particular element really works in my estimation. Because, like, the cyberspace was just kind of like, meh. It's Sonic Generations with extra steps. The open world is just kind of meh. Everything just kind of feels very copy-pasted. It's the same design philosophy that I did not like about Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis, which is really just Phantasy Star Online 3, but they didn't want to lose the rights to all the collabs that PSO2 has already had. Okay, I need lights. I legit need lights. I cannot see what I'm doing. Do I have anything that gives me light? I cannot do this in the dark. Map says there's a road here. I thought maybe I'd be okay. I thought I had already gone through a day-night cycle, but no, that was literally just the rain. At this point, I'm just damaging my vehicle beyond repair. I wanted to continue down this particular path, and now I'm not sure I can, because I don't appear to have headlights. Ah! I have headlights, guys! I found it! I don't know if the game talked about it or not, but it's left on the control pad. I was just thinking, it's like if the parking brake's at the right, then what's left? Okay, alright, I think we're back in the control now. Good, good, good. Yeah, so, like, nothing in Sonic Frontiers, I would say, on its own, is, like, unambiguously good, with the possible exception of the boss fights. Like, you grind the open world to grind the cyberspace to grind the emeralds, right? To get to the boss fight. But weirdly enough, all taken together, I actually really enjoyed the game. Like, it's weird, because, like, I would say, like, no one element on its own, in a vacuum, is all that great. But altogether, it kind of worked in a weird way. And my boy Big the Cat, as the goat shopkeeper, as the children of youth do say, was there in clutch to help. So obviously it's a great game. I will say the ending was a pretty huge letdown, and then they just like, oh, well, here's like this free DLC that just makes the end game a slog instead. And I'm like, no thanks. No thank you. Are they still doing the DLCs that let you play as Tails and Knuckles? Like, is that going to be a thing? And so many people got so salty because the ending of that game canonized Styx the Badger, but then like the same mouth breathers were celebrating that like the recent Sonic game canonized some IDW garbage. IDW will never be canon in my estimation because the comics for Sonic have always been a mistake. Always, forever. Sat-Am was a huge misstep for Sonic, like genuinely a bigger blunder than like Sonic 2006, for being honest. But that was much. I don't care about your nostalgia. Nostalgia is a cancer on the soul of society. What is this? Mountain Trail? Challenge Trail. East River Trail. Okay, I wasn't trying to set myself up for a challenge, but I'll give it a go. Yeah, IDW is a terrible company, and honestly, American comics as a market needs to fall through itself so that we can rebuild something better in the wake of it. Like, it's all garbage. It is all garbage, and IDW is one of the worst offenders. And they elected to fire the team on the Sonic Boom comics via a tweet without even telling them ahead of time. So yeah, I will never have respect for IDW, ever. Sonic Boom was like the one good comic they had, and even then they couldn't keep momentum on it. So, and all these people are like, oh, but Snek, the Ninja Turtles IDW comics, no, they're not. They were never good. I've read several of the first issues in the first 100, which is what everyone claims was like the quote-unquote good era, and it was still garbage. Like, it was all bad. I'm being kind of negative this video, aren't I? I'm being a little bit harsh, right? But no, like, the American comics market does need to fall to the floor, and so does, honestly, AAA video game development. This is a big part of why I rep indie as much as I do, because the indie games are always trying something new. Now, I keep seeing these stupid memes on Twitter where they're like, oh, but indie is bad too. It's like, yeah, some of it is. You scroll through itch.io, I can definitely understand where you might get that impression, because like a lot of the stuff on there is really bad. Really, really, really bad. Like garbage that they put together in like 5 minutes. Okay, how am I supposed to do this? Like, I don't think there's anything I can even use my wire winch on except like snake up this. Which you think would be second nature to me, but it really isn't, because that's not how you drive in real life. I understand. Like, the thing is, it's was it Godwin's Law? That 90% of everything is garbage? It's like, just invoke it and move on. It's like, at least indies are trying. Like, they're trying to come up with something new and interesting or following some kind of vision. AAA is chasing trends from 6 years ago because dev cycles are way too long now. And everyone's pushing some kind of political agenda, and it's stupid. Then I have games like this, and I'm just like, this is really cool. I am taking a nighttime drive through this park, completely uncharted. No idea what I'm doing. None. But you know what? I'm here doing it anyway, because some game dev sat down, made the map, created the mechanics, mapped this place out, created some really interesting things, filled it with stuff for me to discover in my good time, and just sets you loose. Go nuts. Tutorial took, what, like 3 minutes? Minus my being stupid? If you ignore me being rock stupid, I would say that the tutorial was very brief. But it taught me everything I needed to know to get started. And now I'm just out here having a good time. And I'm rocking out to, like, Happy Enchilada and other great tracks. You know, I'm just having a fun time now. Interesting. I don't mean to be negative, guys. I really don't want to. You know, I'm trying. I want to showcase great games for you guys. I want you guys to see that these games are great and you should try them for yourselves. And I know that not every game resonates with me, that resonates with you the same way. But it's super cool when I find one that does. Okay, I think we conquered the trail. Heck yeah! We are stupendous. Trail burner. Does that unlock the vehicle, or does that unlock the vehicle at the shop? That's two different things. Okay, if I come down here and hang down, this trail looks like it might go to the next stop, and that's where I'll go next. And that's probably where we're going to call it for today, because honestly, I think... Ooh. See, I don't think I can shoot the shot from this distance. I'm going to get closer. Closer. Park and brake. Get my tools. Yeah, head on. Picture of mule dealer is already present in the compendium. Which one do you want to keep? Honestly, I think that's the better picture. Okay. I thought that might be a different type of deer, but fair enough. Alright, get out of the road, dude. But by the way, the whole deer in the headlights thing, deer are crepuscular. They see better in low light than bright light. When you hit them with your headlights, they're blind. They're not staring because they're scared, they're staring because they can't see. For the same reason, when you turn a light on for the first thing in the morning when it's still kind of dull and suddenly it's like overpoweringly bright before your eyes adjust, yeah, that's why they freeze up like that. Plus that picture was just better because I got a head-on view. Plus it was a stack, I think the other one was a doe. Yeah, this seems like we're heading in the right direction. We'll get to the next major cabin and call it a day. This is so good. This is relaxing. This is what a cozy game should be like, right? I think exploring as a caravan would be super cool. Plus, if one of you got stuck, you could like wire winch the other car and like pull them. Like so you got different. They had a whole bunch of different vehicles. So if you got different vehicles with different strengths and weaknesses, you could form like a pretty cogent little party as you go exploring, right? Everyone would hate me because I'm still like doing this in low, where everyone would be like, "Oh, drive down the hill fast." Like, sorry, I'm not exactly the daredevil driver sort. I'm the sort who would rather be 5 under than 5 over the speed limit, but I'm an old man, so is that what this episode is? Like, is this old man yells at Cloud, just incoherently rages against game mechanics that he doesn't like? Driving on this would terrify me in real life, especially if it was my car, you know? This is a very long day-night cycle. Because, like, I thought... Because, like, it did go darker and then get brighter while it was raining, but I think that was still during the day cycle, which is what threw me off. Oh, that's cool. I wonder if we can get up there. Are we heading that direction? Guys, let's go up to the lookout. We're gonna go up to the lookout tower. That's my goal. I'm focused on like the next 10 feet of road in front of me, honestly, but like looking up and seeing that was just super cool. Especially because I think we're going to get a really cool look at it at night, and that has such a cool impact when you get the contrast between bright and dark. I can go that way, or I can go that way. I want to go the higher road, so we're going to go this way. I don't know if this is significantly going to change our journey at all, but... This is good. This is just a great game. Game dev, you have knocked it out of the park. This is just nice, you know? And you've implemented enough mechanical challenge. Like, the parking brake was the greatest puzzle of all, am I right? You have issued me both an interesting challenge and a relaxing concept. Oh my gosh, look down there. That is some good draw distance. Like, this computer's way better than my old one, but like honestly, I think a lot of this is just the skill on the game dev's part. Like, the care and thoughtfulness is on the screen. Whoops. Whoops, I'm sliding down the mountain. Nope. This is bad. This is bad. Okay, you know what? Maybe I can just back up this hill. and get to a position where I can pull forward again. We're gonna K-turn my problems away. Nope. Oh, that was bad. Okay. All right. People are watching. Well, actually, my analytics tell me that no one is watching at this point. Okay, we're gonna pull up. Hard left. Yes. Okay. I want to get to this watchtower. This is my goal to conclude the video. Is I gotta get up here. Now this is a very narrow path. I would be terrified beyond the capacity for rational thought if this was actually me in real life. And we did it! View the scenic point. Ah, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. And we get to do this in the dead of the night, so you see the lights at the distance. That is such a big map. There is so much happening here. This is so good. Scenic point, Clark Watchtower. Access photo mode, yeah. Oh, okay, that's cool. We get to go outside of the car to do this. Oh yeah, I could make this the thumbnail. That's so good. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna call it here. The next cabin's right over there. Okay, hang on with me a little bit longer, actually. Park and brake. Let's get to the next cabin, because I now need to see if I can safely deliver myself to the said cabin, as that is the actual checkpoint, and I'm tearing my car up. Oh, man. As I said, this is a very narrow path. Let's get to the next cabin. Which will only add a few minutes to our journey, and then we'll call it a day, because then I've stopped at a quote-unquote safe spot. Though I'm not sure any part of this park is safe with me as the driver. If you guys want to see more of this, if you guys want to see, like, maybe me get my Tomo Bros in on this, and see us explore more of this park, I bet you if I asked, I could probably at least get Clockwork. I think Clockwork would love this. Itaku might. Maybe a good opportunity for us to do something very out of the ordinary for us. Okay, gotta be a little careful on this approach because I am now halfway off the cliff. So that's great. You know what? If I can just cut a little to the left. Nope, that didn't work. Thought I could get around the tree. I'm trying not to over-rely on my wire winch, but I may need to... Aha! Back on solid ground. Or relatively solid. Okay. If we get to that next turn down there, we'll be heading straight to the cabin. If you guys want to see this, leave a comment down below. Just like tell me, like, hey, this is really cool. I want to hear you ramble about completely unrelated games and things completely unrelated to what you're doing. And have the Tomo Bros with you when the full game releases. Because I would so revisit this one in a heartbeat. This is like the highlight of my day. You guys do not understand how bad some of those demos were. Okay, and now we're on a nice, broad, comparatively broad. For a road, this is small, but like, for the path, this is huge. And we're gonna make our way over to the next cabin, which is just ahead. Super easy. A little bit of mud there, no problem. It did rain yesterday, no, understandable. We're going to be at that cabin in no time. It's super easy. Yeah, look at that, guys. So through the muck and the mire, I've arrived. Well, I will arrive momentarily. Yeah. Okay. Boulder Crest launch. Whoops. And immediately running straight into a stump. As I was just celebrating my competency. Okay. Just in time for sunup. We did it. We have safely arrived. Throw the handbrake on. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to leave a link to this demo down in the description. You guys can try it out for yourselves. Do you guys want to see more? I'd happily do more. I would love to revisit this. This is so good. I can like see stuff. There's a watchtower over there. There's another cabin over there. There's something glowing over there. I don't even know what that is. Like, oh, this is so good. This has been the Hipster Snek. I'm going to see you guys next time.